Hey gang, have you ever wanted to know how to make some sick steampunk inspired goggles? Well then this is the tutorial for you. Let's get into it. Here are the materials you will need for this build. A hot glue gun and glue sticks, Mod Podge, paint brushes, an X-Acto knife, silver, gold, and brown paint, super glue, brads or thumbtacks, a metal can, the top of a plastic bottle, a pair of safety goggles. So once you've removed the label and the lid from the metal can, you're just going to want to take a Sharpie and you're going to want to make a line where you want to cut your can. So to cut the can, you can just use an X-Acto knife. So here's what it looks like when it's cut out. You can just place it on top of the goggles to see if you like how it looks, and if you don't, you could cut it shorter if you want. And yeah. So the next step is to get your brads or thumbtacks, and you're just going to want to cut off like the pointy ends of them so that you can easily glue them down. I cut out 10 of these, but if you want to add more, then cut out more. I got my 10 brads cut out, and I'm going to glue 4 of them on the metal can, 4 of them on the top of the bottle, and 2 of them on the bottle cap. So on top of the bottle, I have this part of a pen here that I found that I thought looked cool and just adds a little detail, and then just a regular bottle cap. Right now, I'm gluing the brads onto the metal can, so I'm just putting a dab of hot glue and then placing the top of the brad onto the hot glue. Now that you got your brads on, it's time to paint. I'm going to hit these pieces with a coat of silver spray paint, and then I'm going to paint the goggles brown. So now that everything is dry, I'm going to cover everything with 2 coats of Mod Podge so that it looks glimmery and shiny and is well protected. The easiest and most effective way to apply Mod Podge is with a sponge brush. To give the goggles a lens, I'm going to use these binder dividers, and I'm just going to trace the can on the divider. I'm going to use a red divider so that I have a red lens, so I'm just going to plop the can on there and trace it with a Sharpie and then cut it out with some scissors. So to glue the lens in, I put the piece of circle in the can, and then I cut out a square piece of paper and taped it onto the can. This is so that it doesn't move around while I'm trying to glue it, and then just squirt some glue in the inside there. Now that I glued it on, let's take the piece of paper off and see how it looks. Whoa, that is so cool. I've never seen anything cooler than that in my whole entire life. Now that I got the lens on, it's time to glue all the pieces down to the goggles. So I got everything glued on, and I tried to make the glue look kind of messy so that it looked like welding, because I like that look personally, but if you don't like that, then you could make it clean. Here's how it looks so far. Yeah, pretty cool, eh? Leave a like and subscribe if you think that's pretty sick. So I painted the hot glue gold so that it looks more like welding and not just see-through hot glue. And now we're gonna drill a hole in the bottle cap. After burning a hole in this, the red from the bottle cap started showing through, so I'm just going to have to paint over this, but if you use a drill, you shouldn't have to bother with this step. Now I'm going to trace a circle on the binder divider for this lens, and it's just going to be the same step as the can. Same thing that we did for the can, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to put some glue on the inside, and that will be how you secure it on the inside. Now that I got my holes drilled and painted over, I'm going to glue it onto the bottle top. I got the bottle cap glued on, and now I'm going to glue the piece of the pen on, and I'm going for the welding look on both of these as well. An extra step I did, just for some more detail, is paint these little knob things silver. And then I cut a rectangle out of foam, and I'm just going to glue it on top of the goggles and paint that silver as well. So it's all painted silver, and now I'm going to again do the same welding technique sort of thing right there. So I added the welding detail, and we're basically done. There's just one last Hyperdrive Comics official finishing touch we have to do, or else it doesn't work. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. This is my first video, so I'm kind of testing things out. So if you like this format, or if you want me to change it, make sure to comment down below. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this build, and make sure to tune in next week where we build a LARP sword.